In today's video, I'm going to show you how you can build a complete WordPress website using Elementor and let it build by AI. So let Claude build your actual website and you can maintain it completely in Elementor. So this is the website we're going to build. I'm only showing you the homepage right now, but this is what Claude created for us. It designed this for us and it also built it out for us in WordPress. And the cool thing about this is that we can added everything with Elementor. So as you can see, we can hover over everything and we are using Elementor only widgets for this. So there's no custom HTML, no JavaScript blocks. It's only Elementor native widgets that we're using. As you can see, we have images and you can adjust everything. It created even a style kit for us. So you can globally adjust the colors and the fonts. But everything is, with the Elementor widgets, and you can edit it and replace or expand this easily if you want. But this complete website is built with Claude, just using one prompt. So I'm going to show you exactly how you can do this too in WordPress using Elementor and Claude. So let's dive straight into this video. All right, so I am in my WordPress environment and let's take a quick look at what we have. This website is completely empty. As you see, we have no pages. We do have a menu or a theme installed, which is the Hello Elementor theme. As you can see, that is installed and activated, which is fine. Now, if we take a look at plugins, we have Elementor Pro, Elementor, and the file manager. If you want, you can get Elementor Pro by going to incomtechyt.com/Elementor. And this will bring you towards the Elementor page and you can download it from here and use it on your website. I highly recommend using Elementor for this, so it will be easy to follow and to catch up. All right, so what are we going to be needing and what are we going to do? So we're going to build this design and we're going to let it generate to Elementor, so from Claude to Elementor. So the very first thing that we need to do is we need to download this project. So you can click on Share, Export, and then you can see project archive.zip. So we are going to download a zip file and it's going to take some time probably. Oh, there we go. We have a architecture.zip and we're going to use that later on in this video. Now, before anything, we need to set up Novamira. And Novamira is basically the same as using an MCP connection. So you can use your Claude AI and connect with your WordPress website. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to type in incomtechyt.com/Novamira. Novamira. And let's wait for this to load. And there we go. We are now on the Novamira website. And what you can do is you can download for free if you want to use the free version, or you can use the pro version if you need to do some additional stuff rather than the basics with MCP. If you go to pricing, you can see exactly what you can do. For example, you have some more support and you can do multiple sites. With the pricing, with the premium version. So that is downloaded. So what we're going to go ahead and do is that we're going to go and upload this plugin in WordPress. So let's install Novamira here. There you go, Novamira, install now. Let's wait for this to load and then we click on activate plugin. And now it is activated. Cool. So now we need to set some stuff up before we're going to start. First thing is we're going to go to Elementor and we're going to click on editor and then we're going to go to settings and then we can go to features, and if we scroll down we can see the container. You want to enable that, make this active. This will if you enable the container, and you will force the website to build this with containers and not use any of the atomic editor new elements or the old sections and columns that we used to have. Now it will only use the container, which is what we need. Next up, we need to go to Novamira and you can click on configuration. And what you need to do is you need to first enable this. So let's say save settings, that's turned on. I'm going to revoke this. And what it says is application password. You generate an application password that your AI client will use to authenticate with WordPress. So that's what we're going to do. Generate application password. Now it copied the password. And if we scroll down, you can see Claude desktop, connect to your AI client. That's going to be Claude desktop. And then we are going to click on manual setup. And there we go. This is the configuration that we need. It also uses already your username and password for the application password that you just created. It might be a little bit difficult to follow, but just bear with me. This is the configuration we need to set up in order to connect to our website. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and select this bit within the MCP servers. I'm going to copy it over. So I'm going to go to Claude. And what you want to do is you go to File, Settings, and click on Developer, and click on Edit Config. It will open a file, or a folder basically, but the Claude desktop config is already highlighted. What you want to do is you want to open it up with your favorite text editor. I'm going to use Visual Studio Code, simply because I really like it. And there we go. I'm not sure what's happening here. There we go. As you can see, some stuff is already set up for me right here. Yours might look a little bit different, but what you want to search for is search for MCP servers. Open that bracket and paste in the stuff that you just copied. Let's go back. I selected the wrong one. MCP servers. I need to do, yeah. Wait, let me just copy over MCP servers. There we go. And I'm going to go ahead and replace this part. There we go. Now, as you can see, we have our website set up here as well. So I'm going to close this. And you need to restart Claude in order for this to take effect. So we're going to go File, Exit. Now let's go back and open up Claude. Wait for a little bit for this to load. And now we want to check if the connection is actually there. If we can go ahead and import the website that we designed using Claude Design. So I'm going to go ahead and click on File, Settings, and on the Developer tab, you will now see your new connection and it says running. If there is something wrong with your configuration, it will tell you it here, and there was probably something wrong within that configuration file that we just adjusted. But this is running and we are now good to go. So what are we going to do? First of all, I'm going to go and upload my my zip file in here in Claude. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so the architecture, my architecture.zip is now imported. Now, the other thing that we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and use this prompt. Okay, so this is the prompt that we're going to use. So let's read it out loud. I'm providing you with the HTML version of a website I recently built. I need you to fully recreate this design in WordPress using Elementor Pro. Rebuild everything using the native Elementor widgets only. Do not use HTML widgets. Use containers only, so no intersections. That is why we disabled or enabled the containers in the website. The atomic editor is disabled, so do not use atomic elements. The Novamira plugin is installed. We're going to say create a custom header and footer using the Elementor Pro. Theme builder, we want to save it in the library, and we will build a custom menu that will be placed or used in the header and footer. Create a new navigation menu specifically for the pages. Assign and set the home page correctly. Use Elementor forms for the contact page. Create all the pages that we also have in HTML version. Once everything is completed, migrate, deploy the finished website directly to my live domain using the following connection details. And now the connection details is the MCP connection that you have in your configuration. So if you click on connectors, you will see Novamira demo, that one. So let's just go to File, Settings, Developer, and let's just copy this one over. Using the following MCP connection details. Now, let's copy this prompt, go into Claude, and paste in the prompt. Now make sure you are not going to go ahead and pick the most difficult, such as Fable. I am going to use Opus for this because we are building an entire website. So let's go ahead and say send. Now the prompt is going to work, and it says I'll start by examining the uploaded HTML files to understand, and it's going to ask you a couple of questions, and the only thing you want to do is click on allow constantly throughout the prompt. So let's wait for this to load. This will take some time, and I will be back with you once everything is finished. All right, so I am back, and once again, it did take a really long time for this to load, but it is completely finished. So I went to the gym in the break. That's why I'm wearing different clothes, if you were wondering. Anyhow, yeah, the prompt is finished. So as you can see, here was the first question we had, and it is an insanely long prompt, and it took a really long time for this to complete. It did come up with a couple of questions, so I had to respond to that. So for example, let me just scroll to the top and see what we got as a question. Let me see. Yeah, this is something it was asking me if I could overwrite the design kit, which I did. It was just by clicking the yes and no button. Here it says it stopped, so I had to continue. And here I did see some things happening. For example, that there are some containers were stacked on top of each other. So I told Claude to fix those, and it did have some issues. And then I noticed that it's really important, if Claude is not able to fix the website, that you have to install the Claude extension on Google Chrome as well, or Edge, or whatever your browser is. Make sure to also install Claude and sign in with the same account you use for Cloud Desktop. Once the website is also loading or it's not working completely, Claude is able to open up a window using this extension and actually see the website that it built for you. And based on that, it's taking screenshots and it's changing the website exactly how you want it to be. Anyway, this is completely finished now. I did ask it to make it more responsive, but it didn't load. But let's take a look at what it created for us. So at the end, this is what it created for us. It looks really, really good. As you can see, we have our pages and the book an appointment button, and we have these buttons right here. And if we scroll down, we have these cards and some images with this is the call to action, exactly as we have it in our in our design. So here you have the footer, and that also looks really good. I didn't check the about page yet. This also looks extremely well. Here we have the team, even it did use those images, which is really cool. Let's go to services. Yeah, that also looks really amazing. And these websites, you can sell these literally for thousands of dollars to businesses who are in need of a website like this. And basically all you've done is tell Claude to create the website for you. So this is the newest method that I know. But let's take a look at what it exactly built, right? Because we said that it's going to be WordPress and Elementor, but let's take a look and a closer look at what it exactly built. So I already hovered over the Edit with Elementor button, and you saw that it created a footer and a header. So I'm just gonna edit the homepage and see what it did. So here we are in the homepage. Elementor is taking a little bit of slow, or he is a little bit slow. I don't know what's happening, but that doesn't matter for now. I can continue with this. As you can see, we have some containers, and everything is containerized. So this is a container, this is a container. Put everything within containers, which is really cool. Now it's finished. So let's open up the file structure and see how this first section is being created. So container, 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 right? That's logical. Then we have the heading, text editor. Then we have the buttons. Yeah, that is really, really cool. And everything is as we told it. There is no HTML codes or blocks. It's using buttons, and it's using, as you can see, images. And here's a text editor. So this is no HTML. It's all Elementor native Elementor native widgets, which is really, really cool. And if we go here, what did it do? I created some width. Okay, really nice. So yeah, that is what Elementor built, and I also told it to create the contact page with the contact or with the Elementor form builder. So let's take a look if it did just that. So we have contact here. We do have a oh, this is a little bit out of place, I see, but that doesn't really matter. I mean, it already built this entire website for me with just a couple of minutes or moments. So this is the form, and let's take a look at what it did. So we're going to open up this page with Elementor. So we see we have the form here, and if I click on it, it is actually an Elementor form, which is really cool. We have the first name, the last name, the email, project type. It did all of that exactly as we told it to do, which is really cool. So that is amazing. It actually did what we told it to do. So as you can see, using WordPress and using Elementor and also using AI such as Claude in connection with Novamira is a really powerful tool. We created the design now with Claude AI, but what you could also do is have a Figma design, for example, or Adobe XD design, and connect it with Claude using an MCP and also do exactly the same. So if you have a designer that created a website for you and you know exactly what the structure is going to be, which plugins you're going to need, and how you are going to build a website, you can actually let Claude build a website for you as well if you would like to do that. Now, I could make a video on this topic. If you would like that, please let me know in the comments down below. This is it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you guys learned something from this, and I will see you again in next week's video. Thank you very much, and bye-bye.